Thank you for joining us on air and streaming on KARE 11 Plus. I'm Jason Hacken alongside Alicia Lewis.
Yeah, that rain and the potential for storms is why our meteorologists are declaring a weather impact alert for today. So let's get out to John in the backyard. You got your umbrella still? Yes, and a bigger one.
Yes, I did. If you watched an hour ago, I had a little kid, Cece's. It was, you know what, Cece, thank you for that, but it was tiny. It was raining hard too. It's a little bit lighter right now, but it's still raining. And I think that's what it's going to look like over the next hour or two. We're going to have on and off light rain. Now the heavy rain bands are clearly up in North Branch at the moment, but it does look like, hey, maybe it's going to stop raining today. Not so fast. It's going to rain all day. Trust me, especially in the middle of the day. But with that being said, maybe we can get a little lucky here to have some gaps in the rain. You can see some thunderstorms in there. Clearly the North Metro, Brooklyn Center, Blaine, Coon Rapids, White Bear Lake, up to Forest Lake. That's the heavy rain. South Metro taking a break here on 494. To the north, this is the heaviest rain, North Branch, Russ City, Pine City. Good morning up there on 35. Take your time. And then you can see just some isolated pockets, one in Aiken there. This is going to be Lake Mille Lacs, Cross Lake and Brainerd. Pretty light stuff ongoing when you go up to Leech Lake. Not a whole lot in Walker, but it's going to return. This is a swath of rain that looks like it's pivoting right up 35, and it's going to move in here. So we'll time that next deluge of rain and when that works through the metro in your forecast. Cece, it looks like you have an alert out there.
I do. It's because of this crash just a few miles south of Shakopee. So in the Carver area, we're seeing this crash here, actually a vehicle off the road. This is Highway 169 northbound near 150th Street. So we see the vehicle off the road here, and then we see this vehicle here on the right shoulder with its hazards on. But you see a huge police presence here, and it's blocking multiple lanes. Vehicles having to pass here on this right shoulder, actually. So this, again, is a situation because it's pretty slick out there. I mean, if you wake up in the North Metro, the South Metro, you'll see at least damp roads. So you really need to be careful. And this is as you're heading toward Chaska and the Shakopee area. So the good news about this situation is it's not slowing things down significantly in that area. So I do believe you can still stay on Highway 169 to get where you need to go. I would just add about 5 minutes to my drive in this area, but hopefully this clears up soon. Everyone's okay in that situation. We're seeing here traffic flow in that area, not really impacted, but still a situation I want to let you know about. Taking a look here at the rest of the Twin Cities Metro, just in case you're not driving in that area, things look pretty decent. But again, not a morning for cruise control. Audrey is in Mobile 11, has been all morning. What are you seeing out there? Is it still pretty slick?
Whoa, that guy was going kind of fast. Yeah, I will say we're outside the metro. We're pretty far outside the metro at this point. We're in Isanti right now, and we are headed north. We're going up to North Branch, but I'll flip the camera on so you can see the intersection we're stopped at right now. We actually just saw a car kind of ripping across 65. Definitely not the kind of day that you want to take those risks, because we are seeing a little bit more rain on the roadway than we were seeing even just a half hour ago when we were in Elk River. So obviously the further north we go, the more we approach North Branch, we know we're going to start seeing more and more rain. We've had to kind of up the speed on the windshield wipers just to make sure that we're still able to have good visibility as we drive out, throughout the morning. But we started driving around 4 o'clock this morning. We just really wanted to stay in the north and northwest of the metro because John was mentioning this is where we're going to see a lot of rain throughout the course of our morning show. And yeah, this is what we've seen. It's not been an ideal morning. If you want to drive fast, it's not been an ideal morning. If you want to use cruise control, this is certainly the kind of conditions where you just want to take things slow. Fortunately, aside from that one person that we saw driving kind of fast across the highway there just now, people have been driving slowly and have, by and large, been using caution. So that's good. We are going to continue our drive up to North Branch, and hopefully we'll be there within the next half hour just to see what the conditions look like up there. But yeah, for right now, things are not great, but nothing that can't be solved with a little bit of caution and driving slowly. Jason, Alicia?
Caution is the key word this morning. Hopefully that gentleman you saw slows down. We don't want to report on him later on the show. Audrey, thank you so much. Make sure you stick with KARE 11 throughout the Weather Impact Alert for your latest forecasts. You can stream the radar anytime on the KARE 11 Plus app. All you have to do is scroll over to Weather Impact 24/7.
Today, the man accused of shooting and killing 22-year-old John Stroud in Edina last week is set to face a judge for the first time.
Megan McPherson joining us from the newsroom now with the latest on the case. Megan.
Good morning. Elivon Wren is charged with second-degree intentional murder in the death of 22-year-old John Stroud. I want to walk you through what we're learning from investigators and the questions that are being asked by Stroud's family. This all stems from a shooting last Wednesday outside this complex, the 66 West apartment building in Edina, which houses young adults experiencing homelessness. And according to court documents, surveillance video shows Wren getting into a fight with Stroud near Southdale Mall. Now, investigators say at one point Stroud had his arms around Wren's neck before the two moved out of view behind a pole. And then moments later, Stroud is seen falling to the ground while Wren stands over him with his arm extended and an object in his hand. Stroud's mother, Julie, flew in from Texas this weekend, visiting the scene and continuing to ask how a fight turned deadly.
You were scuffling with my son in hands. Why did the gun have to become involved? You took something away from my family that you just don't know, and nobody knows why.
It's really a difficult time for that family. 3 other people who were initially arrested in this case have since been released. Prosecutors saying there is not enough evidence at this time to charge them. Stroud's mother says she plans to be in the courtroom today and attend every hearing moving forward. Back to you.
Megan McPherson reporting live from the newsroom. Thank you. Let's take you live to Washington, D.C. here at 6:06, where in just hours, the alleged shooter from the White House Correspondents' Dinner is expected to be in court. Investigators are trying to figure out what led up to the shooting that prompted the president and high-level officials to evacuate. Authorities say 31-year-old Cole Allen told his family he was targeting administration officials and came to D.C. by train, checking into the Hilton where the dinner was held. U.S. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says layers of security worked as they were supposed to.
We have to learn from what happened last night, and we will. But the first takeaway, the takeaway that it should be obvious, is that the system worked and that we stopped this suspect, that we stopped him as soon as he tried to do what he was trying to do. And the president was safe, his cabinet was safe, and every reporter and every member of the press and their guests were safe as well.
Now, the White House says Allen worked part-time as a teacher in California and recently started practicing at a firing range.
Right now, the investigation is ramping up in a plane crash in Brooklyn Park that killed 2 people on board, including a North Dakota lawmaker. The crash happened Saturday outside of the Crystal Airport. North Dakota State Representative Liz Comey died, along with the pilot, who has not been identified yet. The NTSB examined the crash site and the plane yesterday. The agency says the investigation will involve 3 primary areas: the pilot, the plane, and the operating environment.
Turning